Hey everyone, Rideshare Reseller Mike. It's Saturday. That means garage sales. That means savers, a few things like that. So anyhow, we're going to show you what I sourced today from savers and garage sales, and also one Goodwill find. Just went to 2 stores and some garage sales. Garage sale season's not cooking right now here. I did find some things, but it's still not buzzing just yet. And with that yard sale app being down, that's going to be a little bugger for a while. That's going to make it a little harder and a little more interesting. So hopefully they can work that out. They've taken the Craigslist, they can't get the Craigslist ad on the yard sale app. So that's a really big problem. They're working on something there to make it better. They probably should have had that plan prior, because now they got a problem. So hopefully they'll work that out. That's a really good app, the yard sale app. And hopefully they'll get that back together. All right, let's start out with what we got, all right? Right off the bat, pick these little bad boys up. These are Vans. Now what's unique about these, I'm gonna flip it around and show you. I just don't know why this particular thing is on them. Let me flip that shoelace over. There we go. What's it say on there? It says off-white for Vans, Vans Old School, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, copyright 1966. I have no idea. They look brand new. I paid $15. They are brand newish. I mean, maybe worn once, but I got to do some research. But I know they're worth more than $15, so that's for sure. And it's a good size. I don't know if anybody would wear these, but the size is 10.5 men's, so pretty good size. So there, first pickup. All right, now we're gonna hit let's go to this item. My bread and butter, all this kind of electronic stuff. I love this stuff. I love it new. I love it used. It has to all be there, obviously. This was $4.99 minus 20% at Savers. It's called Soundbox, TV Soundbox. So it's kind of like a solution to the ears where you have a harder time hearing. You might put it by you and the sound is better, closer to you. These go for about $50, and that's probably where it will sell, with plus some shipping. So again, my bread and butter, this kind of electronic stuff. All right. Next up, now I don't know. Let me switch these out. What do you think, huh? Oh wow, those aren't too bad. Kind of amber. That's the first time I put them. I didn't put them on. It looked like Elvis or Bruce Lee, but I paid $1. Well, these are actually kind of cool. Wow. There you go. It's Corvette on them. It says Corvette. They're vintage. They're very, you can tell, well-made glasses, right? These are pretty well made. They have that feel to them. I'm not sure what they're worth, but I think these are going to be at least 25 to 35. Who knows? Maybe more, but I'll look them up. All right. Allergies today, guys. Man, it's like been windy here for a couple days. Finally died down, but there's still some stuff in the air. Tough. Found this book at the Salvation Army drop-off site. It was sitting there, and I went out and scanned it. And believe it or not, it's worth $35. I'll try to put it up over here. So this was free. I'll put that in with my Amazon books. It'll be $35. Pretty cool. All right, here we go. Another item. All right, found this one. Paid $4. The tag's still on it, $4. It's nothing great. It's a Seagram's 1-gallon bottle with the pump dispenser on it. There's the pump dispenser. They don't sell for a ton. I thought it was cool. $4. I always get this because it's for somebody's bar, man cave, that kind of thing. I might get $35 for this plus shipping, but that's okay. I paid $4. It's pretty darn interesting too, so good conversation piece. All right. Next up, digging down, Ursula from Disney, and this is from the Animations series, and I got this as Goodwill for $7.69. There she is, Ursula, and brand new in the box. You can tell it had some age to it. It was pretty dusty. Original price was $59.95. They go for about $120 now. So a good little find. $120 for Ursula. All right. Even better find. This is Doll Day. Rainbow Bright. There she is. Patio Green, Bundle of Mischief. Got it at Savers for $14.99, 20% off. And they go for about $150. There's some other people trying to sell them for $250, but generally this is going to get about $150 brand new like this. But a really good find. Love that kind of vintage stuff. People see this in their cart, they go, oh, that's cool, right? All right. We have some clothes today too. We're going to show you some clothes. I know I don't do them much, but I'm going to show you and explain it. All right, I got a big item. Now, many people freak out about stuff like this just because they go, what am I going to do with it? That kind of thing. But I'll tell you how I do it. I'm going to back up a little bit. All right, there it is. It's a vintage brass quilt rack. And if you take a look, I paid $2, okay? So there it is. It's very cool. You can see some of the detail on the edges. I'll tip it a little bit, because it's kind of hard to get it in the frame. All right, there you go. All right, so what's really cool about these is people think, well, how do I ship this? It comes apart, all these little brass nuts right here. And you put that in your description that it will come disassembled, and they'll have to just put it back. It's not that hard, they can figure it out, but you take off all those little brass nuts and then it will go pretty flat. Again, I have every box in town, so that doesn't worry me. It's just I got to get it apart, and I will pre-do this one. Okay, so I will actually put it up on the site, and then I will knock it apart, and I will package and package and get it ready for shipping, so I'll know the weight and the dimensions and what's in the box, obviously, and then now it will be ready to go. All I have to do is put the label on it once it sells. It saves me a ton of storage. I don't have maybe 10 or 15 items that I do like that, but there's always at least that many floating around. A classic example is this next one I'm going to show you. All right, up we go. I got 3 of these. I'll tell you the price in a minute, all right? But I got 3 of them. So here's number 1. Very interesting, right? It's a litho print or whatever of an etching, 1977. It's signed by the artist. It's a ship. There's one. I'm going to turn it upside down. Here's number 2. There's number 2. Same thing. This one's got a date of 1975. And I think this one's going to have a date of, the next one's going to be 1976. There you go, 1976. That's a cool one. Robert E. Lee, Steamboat, right? That's very, very cool. Very cool. Now, what did I pay for them? Got it the same place as the quilt rack. I paid $1 each. You don't pass up art like that, period. You got to get those. I'm not going to make a ton of money on them. Maybe, let's say maybe 150 to 200. But it will sell. Now, again, what I do, when I do that, I head right back to behind my little store, Savers and Joanna's Fabric, and I always find boxes, right? There's the box for these pictures. And some of these, okay? These are little thin boxes like this that I cut up to place in between each picture to give it protection. And then it'll go in that box, be pre-done, pre-weighed, pre-measured, ready to go. Sorry guys, I got allergies today. Allergies are just terrible. All right, so those pictures are, a buck each. I knew it. Since it's $1, I'm just gonna pick them up. So keep your eye out for art like that. Don't be afraid to. Try to figure out ways to box and store so you don't have to worry about it when you sell it. If you do it prior, then when it sells, it's kind of like, oh, I already got it boxed. It's off it goes, right? It's cool. So that's kind of how I work. All right, off to my clothing buddy. Now I have a clothing guy, but I don't see him every week. I see him every 2-3 weeks maybe, and I pick up a few cool things. And I like to pick up tie-dye. So here we go, interesting tie-dye. This is a shirt, okay? And I'll show you some more. This was tank top day. There was quite a few tank tops. I think there were about 10. Another tank top, very, very cool pattern. All made in the USA. So these are all vintage. These are just not now, these are vintage. So I get to show a USA tag, right? Which is very cool. Here's another one. See it? It's, you know, where's it at? There you go. Made in USA. And I sell the tie-dye every single time. So there's 10 of those. They sell between $20 and $25. That's generally what they sell for. I pay $2 each. $2 each for these. All right, several of those. All right, up next, take a look at this shirt. How cool is this shirt? This is by a company called Rebel Minds. New with tags, all right? And this is made in India. But take a look at the embroidery on the side here. I'll back up. Look at that. See that? It spells Rebel. R-E-B-E-L. Rebel. And it's got the tiger, the bear. I don't know what that is. A bobcat of some sort. But I paid for this guy. I paid $5. $5 for that guy. And I don't know what it's going to get, but it's way cool, and it will sell for more than $5, right? So that's cool. Now I buy these all the time from him. He seems to come up with these all the time. These denim jackets. This one's new with tags. This is a track denim, and why I pick this up all the time is usually it's the P51 or something like that, the airplane, and on the back is another one, a little embroidery back there. And the P51 is a famous airplane from many wars that we've had, unfortunately, but the P51, I think it's the Flying Tigers. I don't hold me to it, but it probably is the Flying Tigers. I'm going to show you some other, I always forget. I'm going to show you some other stuff I got from him in a second. But this is one jacket, $5 for that jacket, $5. Here's another jacket. Now what's cool, it doesn't look like it much from the back, doesn't look like much, but when you flip it around and you look at it on the back, it's airbrushed at the show. So this was probably bought at the Reno Championships, and someone had it custom airbrushed on the back. I'll back up here a little bit. All right, there you go. Nice, huh? Pretty cool jacket. Again, $5. I have no idea what it'll sell for, but it will sell for at least some good money. All right, I'm gonna flip around. I'm gonna go get me, I forgot, I'm gonna get you a couple things I wanna show you I got from this guy, because he also has some interesting military type stuff. All right, hold on. See if I can do this without causing a problem here. All right. How cool is this, huh? All of these were $2, okay? P51 piece of poster from 2005. Just very, very, very cool. There's a whole series of these. Again, they're not going to make me a ton of money, but you know, I might lot some and I'll still make good money, but not, you know, $500 or $100. But this is the bread and butter, and this is, you got to see these in person. They're very, very cool. A lot of these people do these pencil drawings, which are just amazing talent to get the proportions right and everything. And this is signed by the artist, okay? Doug Kinsley, I think is his name. And I picked up, I think, 8 or 10. It's another one. Whoa, there's another one right there. Very cool. This one is signed by Spike Borley, so I'll have to do some research onto that. Another very cool one. We'll just flash through these real fast here. You can just see, this guy is talented. These people are just extremely talented. If I could have just 1% of these guys' talent, right? Quite amazing. Another one. Way cool. Another one. I mean, it's just fascinating. You gotta see them in person. They're really, really cool. I've seen these before, and some are not as good, but this guy is extremely detailed, very well detailed. All right, so I got a bunch of those. Whoops, don't knock anything over. Now this is a vintage, this is what I like, stuff like this too. This is cool. A vintage poster, and the poster is Point Mugu Airshow in October 23 and 24, 1993, and that's the Blue Angels right there. Again, $2. Originally, it was priced at 20 and 93, so we'll see what we can get for that, but that's cool. Blue Angels, very, very cool. All right, we got two posters. I got to be a little careful because these are not with flat boards. Now this one's cool. Anybody know who? Let's see if anybody can figure out real quick who that, what plane that is, and what signature that is. All right, that is Dick Rutan. I forget the name of the airplane. The Voyager. The Voyager. Remember the one that went around the world without refueling? And there's Dick Rutan's signature. It's called 26,360 miles to go. Very, very cool. That's from 1996, I think, 1996. And speaking of the Flying Tigers, I like this one. This one's really, I hope it shows good in the video. There you go. Pull it back. There it is. Straighten it out. Flying Tigers, right? American Volunteer Group. I think the Flying Tigers are one of the, there's the Black Sheep, and there's the Flying Tigers, and there's the Tuskegee Airmen. These guys are all, you know, signature of the artist right there. Very, very, very cool piece of memorabilia. All right, Flying Tigers. Straighten this up a little bit. So, oh, one more. I got one more big one. Show it to you. Big old poster. The reason I got this one for $2 is Air Shows of North America. This is, I don't know what year this is though. I have to look. Didn't pay too much attention to that right away. But it's a poster. So some oh, let me see if I can get it away from the sun. Is that better? There you go. Very interesting, right? Stuff like this is fascinating. Again, how would you ship that? Somebody says, well, you can do two things. You can roll it into a tube. You can leave it flat like that. And then going back to my boxes, right? And guess what? Take a look at this. Fits perfectly inside that box, right? And I get these boxes all day. So that's why I get this stuff. You can see how I'm able to get most of this stuff and ship it, because I have access to all the boxes, right? All the boxes. All right, now we're gonna flip it real quick, show you a few items that sold. All right, guys? All right, guys, let's take a look at what sold, some items. I'm gonna stand here and I'll put them here. I just wanna do this at the end of the videos just so I can show you some of the things I've sold. Not all of the things, so I'll just kind of pick some interesting ones, that kind of thing. All right, first up, right here, vintage Black & Decker Space Maker can opener. I'm gonna tell you something about Black & Decker Space Makers. Everything you find new is gonna sell. I've got a popcorn one in there that's pretty cool. I didn't know they made a popcorn machine for underneath the cabinet, but they do, and that's new. So this one here sold for $110 and $17.95 shipping. So keep your eye out for all that Black & Decker Space Maker stuff. People are still wanting it, all right? All right, that guy right here. And pots and pans. The only pots and pans I really pick up are all clad. This one was at Savers. I paid, I think, $5.99. I want to say $5.99. No, the Black & Decker I paid, I'm pretty sure I paid $10.69 at Goodwill. So all clad wok. Now, this is a good one. This is a 14-inch. So I sold this for $85 and $29.95 to ship. It requires a little bit bigger box, so I always price, you know, for that East Coast. And this one did go to the East Coast. It's going to New Jersey, so it's $29.95 for that. All right, really cool. Another one right here is the World War II binoculars by Sard, S-A-R-D. And anyhow, those are selling for $110. and $19.95 for shipping. So pretty cool on those. Those are interesting. I had a lot of people looking on him, and I think I had them for $119 and they ended up selling for $110. All right, last item. We'll give you one more right here. Paul McCartney, a lot of CDs. I believe there were 22. They sold for $120 plus $9.95 shipping. This was from the lot where we bought them at the flea market, me and a friend, and we split this purchase. We paid $800 for over 2,000 CDs, so less than 30 cents a CD. I think we have about, it's worth about $7,000 to $8,000 total, and we have sold about $3,000 worth so far. So it just keeps kind of going. We sold a lot of CDs. So keep your eye out for big bundles, not little bundles, but when you come across a huge assortment, they got to be quality, and hopefully they're 10, 20, 30 disc of bands, because they sell better that way. All right, there we go, guys. That was the end of the video. Hopefully that gives you some sort of idea, some stuff to look at, some stuff to watch out for. All right, hey guys, see you soon.